Okay, we're back. Yay, go team. All right, so let's work out this. So let's start at the beginning. Where do I get my CSV files? Luckily for you, I made a video that explains all this a bunch of years ago. So I'll put a link in here. It'll show you, where to get the information. And it should be in here, one of these places. It's usually all in the prospecting. Granted, it's an old video. Don't feel bad if you say it looks janky. It's okay. It is janky. So yeah. But the data is still valid. That's why the AI crawler was built, was to automate the processes. All right, so let's start with the important thing. Let's get started. So we're going to start with throwing in here a CSV file. So I've already got a couple in here. I've done some of them already, so it's even better. So I'm just going to drag and drop it. It is looking for company name, company, and website. Okay, these are case sensitive and must be listed and spelled out exactly. It's recommended for 100. You can do more, but like all open source tools, you're on your own if it breaks. So this one should be about 250. So let's let it start. And as you can see, it is going to start the process. And then, okay, so it couldn't fetch it because there's no address. And then it just tells you when it was updated. Good, great. So we have total, processed, successful, fail. And then if we come all the way down here, when it's done, it'll put something that says, hey, we're done, come check it out. All right, now the BS is done. Okay, so here's the results. Now, you have to understand a couple important things about AI scraping. This is a micro AI. It's not really going to be one of the big ones because it's designed to be as fast as possible because, well, I just need quick data. Now, just because something didn't grab the information off of the URL and the website doesn't mean it doesn't exist, okay? A lot of sites are putting up CAPTCHA and other tools and to prevent AI scraping in general. So, with that stated, this is going to cut down make it easier for us to get a quick list out to my sales team. All right. The part that doesn't work, I get to go through it, and then I'm going to clean that up, and then I can resend that off to my market researchers who are going to go and manually do the rest of it. So out of the 250, I really only want to have to do about 10 to 20 manual. It just really does cut down the time. So let's get this back up here. Now, the great part is, while this is running, as you can see, it's running, I have some already built. So let's take a look at one. Now, I'm going to use LibreOffice because I'm leaving it as a CSV file. Just makes it very easy to use. Yeah, it's fine. All right, now let's move this over. All right, so I have the company name. I have the website. If it's got a phone number and it found it, it's going to go here. Facebook page, because this is important to me because if they're not going to answer their telephone, there's always a different person that manages Facebook. Facebook is one of those things that there's always some person there overseeing, and usually you can get an introduction via them. Okay. They have a LinkedIn. I can go look them up. see what they are about. I can cross-reference and figure out who owns it and whatnot. It gives me another avenue of introductions. In this case, this is roofing companies. A lot of them don't use LinkedIn because it's not what they need. They need Facebook because most of them are B2C. LinkedIn is mainly B2B. Okay. Now, the other thing I'm looking for is the email address. Why? Because the email address is up. Look, we got typos. We have to catch these. That's why I'm looking at the data before it gets sent out, because I can now go and fix them. Oh, I've already edited this file. That's great. So let's look at another one. That was success 3. Okay, there we go. We got more data now. So I have name, website, phone number, street address, and city. It doesn't grab everything, as you can tell. But like I said, that's normal. Facebook page. This is more important than this. It also is going to show if they have any information, they're actively using it. And then public email. I have a contact person, but as you can see here, it's a little special in the contact information. Yeah. And then we go into how long it took to complete, processing time. So in 5 seconds, it determined all this information. Give yourself a human in 5 seconds, you're not even getting close to this. So it got me some data and then how long it took, so I know it. Now, my sales lady doesn't really need all this. So I'm going to delete this column. What? Yes, I'm deleting the address. Why? Because I am. Going to delete this one too. Going to delete this one. Going to delete this one. All she really needs to be successful is that. Right? Because if everything turns out and they go, yes, I'm interested, you can go grab all that information and just quickly data enter it and not really care about having to do the data entry because they're interested, right? All right. So what do I got left here? Everything looks normalish. Well, I mean, there's no weird lines and extensive spacing and things like that. So what I'm doing is just taking a quick look to make sure I don't see anything that looks out of place. And your first couple looks are going to be like, I don't know what he's looking for. I'm looking for something like this. Name is probably not accurate. So we'll fix that. Let's remove phone. And the nice part is I can, oh my God, they're using AOL. Sorry. Let's see here. We can go. And so, as you can see, a lot of these companies are using, oh yeah, that's just not even going to fly. Oh well. We're just going to delete that one. They don't even have their own domain name and anything like that. So this, let's see what this one says. Let's grab that. Okay. Open hours. This doesn't, that looks right. How about this one? I mean, you can easily use your ADHD to fix this, and that's what I'm doing. I am using I have no idea on this one. I'm going to go with page doesn't exist there. Okay. social is an other. All right. So now that I've made changes, which is great, makes my life easier. Oh, here's another one. GoDaddy, my bookings. Filler. And I'm going to be honest, this one doesn't even look valid, but hey, whatever. Okay. Now let's look at some of this other information. Let's look at these telephone numbers. All right, they look about normal. Basically, I'm looking for is if they put any weird extra characters in here. Okay, now Facebook. There's two ways to look at a Facebook URL. It's either going to be Facebook and a company name, or it's going to be the account number. Okay, or it can be a lot of little things that they're doing. So we're just making sure it looks normal-ish. All right. Okay. Now, once I've edited it, I will save this as completed. Save as. Okay. And I'm going to stick with the CSV format because now my sales lady can take this list and she can import it directly into the CRM, or you can, or I can, and then just assign them to her. But either way, if you're just using a list and not using a CRM, I can just add a couple columns in here. Probably add a new column, insert column before. There we go, called. And then I just start making my phone calls. Bum, 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 bum. And then I'm done. All right, so let's go back to the software. It's still running. Oh, progress. It's done. All right. This is all the same data points. Now I can download all the results. I can download the successful ones or the failures. I know this looks wonderfully bad because that's a lot. Right? All right, so let's download those failures. And we're going to go here. Okay. Now let's open that file and take a look at it. There we go. We're going to open that with my LibreOffice. All right. So, what do we know? It didn't grab any data, so that means it failed. So let's start the sort. We're going to sort this by column. There we go. See if we can do this right. There we go. Perfect. All right. So all these here do not have a they don't have any URLs. There's not really a lot I can do except make myself busy work, and I'm not doing that. Okay, so let's get rid of them. Fantastic. Now what do we got left? I got a lot of duplicates in here. So let's get rid of a bunch of them. All right. And that will give me my new list. Now, this list I'm going to send off to my marketing research lady, and she's going to manually go through and pull up all these sites and manually enter them, okay, directly into the CRM. So what she can do with this CSV file is she can import this based on company name and website. Okay. And then she can just go straight through and pull up their website and figure out what needs to happen with it. And then she can manually enter it directly into the CRM. And then when she's done, she can reassign them to a salesperson. Okay. This 3940, not a lot of work compared to manually doing 250, because really I just want a telephone number, Facebook. If I'm doing residential, telephone number, Facebook, email address. That's it. Addresses and stuff like that, we can figure that later on if needed. I am being professionally lazy. I mean, it's nice to have all that extra information, but if they're not a customer, do I really care? Not really. I mean, if I was going to break it down the simplest, I would just do zip code. The zip code would give me a lot more information than worrying about the address. And then I'll just save this and then email it off. Okay. And that's how I modify this for double checking the data, because we don't have to look at anything except this one column. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Success, failures. Now, what other things should you learn? Well, I don't edit the file before I put it in here. Okay, that's why I do this. I'm professional lazy. I take my original CSV and throw it in here. Okay. Now, I can also do is, and this is what I've done in the past, is to update my data set from my CRM. Is I'll dump and export all my contact information, and then I'll rerun it through here. And that has helped me update a lot of the contact information, make sure things are still valid, make sure companies exist, and then, you know, update it into the CRM so the sales team can go after it. But that's the whole thing. This is the video on where to get everything, how to understand where the CRMs come from. And this is the crawler tool to get you all the information as quick and easy as possible. All right, hope you all enjoyed this. Enjoy. Thanks, bye. I found the button. Look, I found the stop button. Bye.